Good morning, everyone. I hope you've all had a very enjoyable weekend and you had lovely sunshine. The rain has just started here in North Devon, and it seems to be feels like different rain to the rain that we have been used to all over the winter months. For me, the rain at this time of year feels more like a gift from the sky rather than the perpetual downfalls we've all been used to. Before I hand over to Georgie, I just want to thank everybody who has donated for today's event. It is through the generosity of people like yourselves that really enables us to put on events like this and continue the good work of Resurgence. All that is left for me to do is to light the meditation candle, and then I will hand over to Georgie. Thank you, Georgie.
Thank you. And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this meditation that will connect you to a deep reverence for the force of nature and the interconnectedness of nature. Let us begin. Drawing the eyes to a close once you've found a comfortable position. And beginning to gently deepen the breath. Allowing each inhale to revive you this morning. And with each exhale, imagining that you can release any tiredness or stuckness from your being. Allowing the breath to bring you into your body. The invitation here is to be fully present to the breath, to each inhale and each exhale, to the rise and the fall, the renewal and the release. To the cycle of life and the rhythm of nature that is there in your breath. I invite you to imagine that you are sat on the earth in an ancient bluebell woodland. You are surrounded by a sea of violet azure, and it is a warm, golden morning. Dappled, soft sunlight filters through the recently unfurled leaves above. creating a dance of light and shadow on the forest floor. A gentle breeze caresses your skin and sways the sea of bluebells, carrying to you these subtle scents that fill the air of wild flowers and sun-soaked wood and moist moss. All around you, you can hear the birds singing, the flute-like trill of the blackbird, the sweet, melodic warble of the robin, and the soft, soothing coo of the wood pigeon. Like a blooming flower, you open yourself to the symphony around you. You are present to the impulse of life that is there in the mating calls of these birds and in their coming together. To the impulse of life that is there in the making of their nests, the laying of their eggs, and the fledging of their chicks, which is taking place in the life-cradling arms of the trees that surround you. And you sense into the life, seen and unseen, unfolding. You hear, before you then see, a bumblebee visiting the bluebells, humming as it gathers nectar and pollen. That impulse of life that is essential to the bee's survival and that of its hive, but that also serves the greater impulse of life, the collective impulse of life. for the bees seeking of nectar, pollen, happens to play a crucial role in the continued life of the rooted ones and all the beings that depend on the nourishment that the rooted ones provide. With reverence, you are present to your interconnectedness with those bees and with the plants. Sunlight falls on your face. You feel its warmth. That impulse of life is there within that sunlight, within its energy that the rooted ones drink in to sustain themselves and in turn sustain others. And with the sunlight falling gently upon you and the buzzing of the bumblebee, you marvel at the immense intelligence of nature. This impulse of life that flows through and connects all the threads in the web of life. A constellation of interconnectedness and interdependence. Of unity. As you sit here amongst the sights and sounds and scents of the woodland, you bring your attention to a graceful beech tree that is before you. A beech tree with large, elegant roots. And you sense into those roots that reach deep into the soil beneath you. You sense into the life that is teeming in the earth. you can feel yourself surrounded by life and activity. Here within this beech tree, that impulse of life has the roots reaching out into the soil for sustenance and stability. Weaving roots and fungi together in mutual survival and flourishing. And with awe, you reflect on the impulse of life that acts through this network of roots and fungi, allowing the trees to communicate in a silent language and share resources, fostering mutual resilience between the trees. And you open yourself to the communication and interconnectedness that is happening all around you. To the magic of it all. Sat here in this woodland, you marvel at the immense intelligence of nature that courses through and binds together every strand in this intricate tapestry of life. That underlying force that animates every aspect of the natural world, from the buzzing bees to the beech trees. This force that not only sustains individual life, but a network of life and interdependence. Of mutual support and sustaining. Reminding us of our connection reminding us that our well-being is woven into the well-being of the life around us. You sit in reverence as you gaze gently at the beautiful bluebells, the buzzing bees and the beech trees before you. And it dawns on you that by virtue of your existence, you too are worthy of the reverence and awe that you hold for each of these expressions of nature. For you too are an expression of nature. That impulse of life also animates you. It is there in each and every life-affirming inhale. And so you deepen the breath once more, savoring each sweet breath. That shared impulse of life moving through you. That is there in your inhale, in your thirst, and in your hunger. That is there in the love that binds you to others. That binds you in beautiful belonging to this world. And weaves you into the tapestry of life. Into dependence on the sun above and the earth below. And interdependence with the rains and the rooted ones, the bees and the air that you share with the trees. Sitting here, you know yourself to be nature, and you greet yourself as such, offering yourself the awe that you feel for the rest of the natural world around you. And as you become aware of your place in the web of life and your interconnectedness, may it be that we, the human species as a whole, remember what it is to allow the impulse of life to act through us in such a way that we contribute to, rather than hinder the collective impulse of life. May we remember that that is our nature. As much as it is the nature of the bee. Returning to the breath, returning to the impulse of life that is there in each inhale. Allow the breath to bring you back into your body. Taking slow, deep breaths here that help us to transition out of this meditation and visualization and into the day ahead. With a remembrance of our profound interconnectedness. When you're ready, you can open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining us. We wish you a beautiful day and hope that you will join us again soon. Go well.